quitting the blues of the world. Just sing my song, just sing the song. Uke-A-Palooza, uke till you puke. Rich, thanks for being here. Thanks for playing us in as well. And you know what? It's funny because I was going to say, I bet that you get sick of hearing questions about Tiny Tim, because everybody they think of this instrument and they think of Tiny Tim. And yet, you brought your own autographed picture of Tiny Tim as well. So is he the patron saint of the ukulele in America?
No, I think Tiny Tim got a bum rap. I'm actually a big Tiny Tim fan. His real name was Herbert. Was very knowledgeable in old-time ragtime music and vaudeville, and he actually had a very deep baritone voice.
Huh. So he kind of was retro before there was such a thing.
Yes.
In a way. He was bringing back this old style of music in the late 60s. Everybody was electric. Everything was psychedelic. And he said, we got to go back and rediscover the ukulele.
And I think Tiny managed to take his 15 minutes of fame and made a career out of it, too, also. And you know,
who wouldn't want to do that? Give me a little bit of the history of the ukulele.
The ukulele is only a few hundred years old. It was made by Portuguese immigrants to Hawaii. That it was based on a Portuguese instrument, and it wouldn't survive. If they brought guitars, they wouldn't survive in the tropical environment.
Right.
They would warp from the humidity, and so they built small guitar versions with 4 strings, and it caught on. And so it's only been around for a couple hundred years.
Huh. Now there's something about the ukulele though that does seem to be, and maybe it's this association with Hawaii. Jack Johnson, does he got a little ukulele and some of the stuff that he does today? But it gives you this laid back feeling that it's just nice and calm as opposed to the electric guitar.
And some nostalgia to it, and yeah, I mean, I find it relaxing, but I like to kind of knock people for a loop and play things they don't expect to hear on the ukulele also, like a Violent Femmes song or you know, some rock and roll with it.
Well, let's hear the Violent Femmes.
When I walk and I stroke my stuff, and I'm so strung out.
Now, is that what we're going to hear at Uke-A-Palooza, this kind of thing?
Some of that, and I have 10 acts lined up for that occasion.
10 acts? There's 10
ukulele
acts? Where, are they coming from all over Massachusetts?
We have some coming up from New Jersey. We have Hot Time Harv. He's coming up from New Jersey.
I love that guy.
He's bringing along his sidekick, J-Boy Shine, and we have a ukulele punk rock band called School Safety Patrol. They're from Connecticut. They're coming up.
Yeah.
And if you could guess, they sing about school.
Now, how did you find all these guys? I mean, is there some sort of a ukulele underground circuit that everybody's on?
There are a lot of ukulele forums and chat rooms and things like that, but just social networking, Facebook,
There's a
MySpace.
whole world that a lot of people probably don't know about, and this is part of what you've been doing. How many years now have you kind of been carrying the flag or waving the banner for the ukulele?
This is my 4th year of putting on. This is the 2nd Uke-A-Palooza, and a couple of years ago I did Uke-Stock. We had Uke-A-Mania.
Yeah.
And we've gone full circle. We're back at the Hotel Vernon again.
Yeah. Now, and what do you find when people come? I mean, what is it that their expectation is, and what is it that you actually deliver? I mean, are they coming to kind of have a beer and a laugh, and then they find something more?
I think it's part of that, and we get a very diverse crowd also, because a lot of people, their granddad had a ukulele, or somebody has a family, Uncle John had a ukulele.
Well, now this is what you're playing here is, I guess, more of what we would think of when we're thinking of the ukulele. You know, where we think of the guy with the megaphone, you know, Rudy Valley or something playing the ukulele. But some that you have over here, you got one made out of a lunchbox. And what's this? This thing looks like it's I'd find this in the Mediterranean or something.
This is a pokelele. It was made by a furniture company back in the 60s, and it was during the surf craze. Back in the early 60s, you would take it to the beach and you could stick it in the sand upside down. And these are actually pretty rare.
I bet.
Maybe 100 or so of these left with all their parts in existence. Good old eBay.
And you were able to find this.
Yeah.
So a lot of different kinds. And now the Spinal Tap lunchbox one. I'm guessing that you didn't find that on eBay. You probably made that yourself.
The lunchbox ukulele. Yes, I did make this myself. It's a prototype.
Yeah.
And pretty soon kids in America will put their lunch inside. And
sure, and then they'll have some impromptu jams at lunchtime.
Soon